Welcome back to the VR Aperture. Here we are on the delivery day of the Valve Index Virtual Reality Kit. No thanks to FedEx, being that it's July 1st instead of June 28th. I'll be having some words with FedEx after this video is up. But moving on, I haven't unpackaged the box yet because I wanted to unpackage it with all of you. I'm very excited about this. I've been waiting quite some time. And as a reminder, we'll be doing a review video in a couple of days. But for now, let's get on with it. All right, nothing else in the box. That's everything. Ooh. Very nice looking. Very nice. So here is, this must be the controllers here. And there we are. The front of the Visor box. All right, so starting with the Knuckles controller. Got a little care package here, Velcroed in. Probably our instructions. All right, moving on. Let's see. Looks like instructions in every language. And here are the controllers themselves. Woohoo. It's very nice. Very nice looking. Seems sturdy enough, not flimsy. Decent plastic. It's a good spring there. Ooh, that little joystick, it has a nice tight feel to it. It feels like the down is a little bit softer than up, as my early impressions. So that's kind of interesting. But moving on, you can see this is where they tighten. So that way you can't drop the controller. It is attached. And then a quick button to release. There we go. Oh, and we have a little adjuster here for different hand sizes. I'll have to read how to adjust that before I break it off. All right, the material on the controller is very nice. Feels very nice. I don't know what that is, but it's very comfortable. All right. Very excited. I got them in my hands. How exciting is that? I have been waiting. I mean, some people have been waiting years for these because this is the third version of these. So I believe they first started development back in 2016. So we're in 2019 now, halfway through, being July 1st. Very nice. Looks like we got a cable here, probably for charging. Yep, nice USB Type-C cable. So no worrying, no more fussing around with trying to get it in the right way 3 different times and realize you had it right the first time. Oh my goodness, what engineer designed that? I want to know your name. I'm coming for you. Boy, this is why we have industrial designers. That's why Apple is so successful. All right, now on to the big one. So this is my blast shield. So I can practice my lightsaber moves, right? Another Velcro box that's in there to survive the apocalypse. It's really in there. Oh, dun 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 dun. Look at this. And it looks like right in the design, there's already a very good idea. If it looks to be what I think it is. That's a very long cable. So it looks to be here. Kind of a security feature from yanking your whole $3,500 PC over. Well, this will come apart hopefully first. Maybe, I don't know if that's the intention of it, but this, if you have the Pro audio strap, that's probably more comparable in weight, because that's basically what this is, the Pro audio strap that the HTC Vive has. Headphone and ratcheting. You probably know all about that already. You've seen all these little details already. Material is very nice. That is definitely, I would say, an improvement over their last venture with HTC. That's very nice feel. Let me actually take my glasses off for a second. Oh boy. That has got a different feel to it, for sure. My first impression right off the bat is, wow, that is forced. Those lenses are right up to your eyeballs. If you look in there, you can kind of see in there. See, those lenses are way out there. Like, they are like raised up inside of there. So in comparison to the HTC Vive, where they're recessed, more flush with the inside, that is protruding out quite significantly. So the other first impression is right up here. That portion, I probably have to adjust it. So I think what I'm feeling is the lens is actually up against my eyebrows. So I'm not really getting a very accurate feel of the fit right now. There we go. That brings it out. So you can see that coming in and out like that. Right? And then if you look in here, I don't know if you can see that, but as I slide this, these are moving back and forth side to side. So those are your adjusters there. Looks like a very nice nose. I don't know what the nose guard there. But yes, all right, so let me see. Let's put those in a little bit and see how it feels. Just early impression here. I also like the fact that the cable is not over the top like it was on the HTC Vive. I don't know if anyone else has mentioned that on the other review videos or unboxings, but this is very nice not having the cable on top of here, because if you wear your own surround sound headphones, that is where it tends to grate. The weight of the headphones on top of that cable over time started to get a bit uncomfortable, and that would ultimately what would cause me to take a break. So I'm very happy to see it's not over the top. That's an awesome idea. Thank you. All right. The other thing I notice is that the strap itself is completely smooth. There's no seam for stitching or any sort of where the Velcro attaches. The actual back side of this is all Velcro. So instead of sewn on Velcro, and then you have a seam, which ends up being another pressure point over the top of your head, this is just one smooth piece of Velcro material. So you don't have that seam. And that's another great design idea I wonder if other people have talked about. Remember, you get an engineer's perspective on the VR Aperture. Right off the bat, I'd say the build the firmness, like it's very sturdy. Like the headband here, the head mount, doesn't wobble. It's very sturdy. It feels like a good build construction. You see, we got the valve index kit icon there, the new icon, which is the big point of these is it's dual lenses. So you got one lens and then a secondary lens or another lens behind that. So it's kind of like a telescope in that regard. And then the third one being your eyeball. So that's what the explanation for the icon there is. Ooh, that comes right out, doesn't it? Wow, look at how easy that comes out. It pops out a little easy for my first early impressions, but we'll talk about more about that in the review video. As a reminder, that'll be in a couple of days. I know we're a little bit behind. You could thank FedEx for that. And really no thanks to Steam in coming to our aid. All right, this is very exciting. And then, of course, we got a blast visor that goes on there. Makes it look kind of like a stormtrooper. Does in my opinion anyways. This cover seems to also be magnetic. I'm not trying to get my fingerprints all over it. But yeah, you basically just line it up. Pops right in there. So, very nice. Very nice. It goes with my suit, I think, and my shirt. This is what I wear on Oscar night. So it's it's really the first VR visor that you can wear out on the town. You know, wear it to a nice restaurant, go see the opera. You know, it's real fashionable. You know, I think I might take a little polish to this visor and get a little more sparkle in there. Now, I'm hesitant to take this plastic off already. But the advertisement was that they have done away with the Fresnel lenses. So no more concentric circles. No more concentric circles. And what they often call is God rays, because when you get in your display a bright light source, and especially if the visor is slightly off center, you'll get this glare coming through the concentric circles, which allow for this kind of a panoramic field of view. And these are the new lenses that Valve was working on prior to the knowledge of, this is my understanding, these are the lenses that we became aware of before we found out that they were making a visor. And so these are advertised as not having the Fresnel lenses, concentric circles, but from my close observation, I would say that is actually inaccurate, because it looks like to me that they have just made them smaller, that the rings are much, much smaller. And in fact, they're not just concentric circles. It looks more like a that old toy back in the day. What was that called?
Slinky?
No, the little drawing toy. Remember that? And you would make the little spiral thingies? That's what it looks like in there, like a bunch of little... Something like that. They look very nice and shiny. They look clearer than the HTC Vive lenses. Even being that I can tell that there is a pattern within the lens of some sort. But I'm very curious about the material. And its propensity to accumulate stretches, because that was a major concern of mine. That's why I went through 3 units of HTC Vive, because I thought there was something I was doing wrong, and come to find out they just scratch. And it seems, some people think it's just from your eyelashes, or maybe debris in your eyelashes. So there is one other box in here. So we have our Very interesting power adapter here. It looks to be a like a universal power adapter with different fittings, I guess, based on your region. So that's pretty cool. And that's all that. That looks to be everything. This, whoa, is quite the sturdy packaging. It's all made out of recycled paper. It is about as stiff as a porta potty. You know what I mean? Like the side you bang on the side of a porta potty. That's what it feels like. It feels like that material, but it's paper. Very interesting. Alrighty, very nice. It's also, see this, they put a nice like soft material here on the top. I always keep my boxes. You have the original packaging to put everything back into. So, and this is a very nice box, so I plan to keep this. I would like to thank you all for joining the VR Aperture for the unboxing. As a reminder, we'll be doing a review video in a couple of days, but for right now, I'm gonna go play with my new toy. So I'll see you all later. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like to support the channel. Thank you again. Have a good night. What is virtual reality to what can VR do for me? My videos seem to have that theme. Pardon me.